I'd like to make that recognition to Sue Bedry, for the newspaper and education development specialist from the Tampa Bay Times. Ms. Bedry, are you on the call?
I'm here.
Excellent. Thank you so much for joining us today. Well, it looks like today is a day to celebrate not only anniversaries, but also newspapers. Every year, Hillsborough County and the American Press Institute commemorates the first school week in March as the Newspaper and Education Week, which honors the Tampa Bay Times Newspaper and Education Program. The Newspaper and Education Program is a cooperative effort between our schools and the Times to promote the use of newspapers as an educational resource. And last night I had a good example of how that's going to work in people's lives. When we had the State of the Union last evening, it was on after 9 o'clock. And so my grandson and I would be something we'd talk about and he'd watch, but because it was on so late, he wasn't going to be able to see it. So now it's in the paper. So I can actually use the Times as a way of facilitating that conversation and going on, talking to him about what's going on in the world and what was discussed. For more than 40 years, the Tampa Bay Times has continued to grow and thrive. It's my pleasure to present this proclamation recognizing Newspaper and Education Week. And I'll read the proclamation. It reads, whereas research shows that the most effective way to help children discover the joys of reading and become lifelong learners is to get them involved at an early age and encourage them to read often. And whereas reading dramatically improves children's vocabulary, comprehension, and writing skills, leading to greater success in their academic and professional careers. And whereas students who learn through newspapers become lifelong readers, in addition to being informed and engaged in local, state, and national current events. And whereas Newspaper and Education is an international program encouraging students from primary through adult education levels to use the daily newspaper as a valuable learning resource. And whereas for more than 40 years, the Tampa Bay Times Newspaper and Education Program has partnered with Hillsborough County to serve educators, students, and families. And whereas this collaborative effort provides print and digital newspapers, award-winning educational publications, teachers' guides, lesson plans, educator workshops, and additional resources, all at no cost to the schools, teachers, or families. And whereas the American Press Institute commemorates and celebrates Newspaper and Education Week annually during the first school week in March. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the Board of County Commissions of Hillsborough County, Florida, does hereby declare March 7th through March 11th, 2022 as Newspaper and Education Week in Hillsborough County and encourages parents, students, and teachers to read the newspaper daily in school and at home to inform, enhance, and enrich their lives. Executed this second day of March 2022. And I just want to thank the Times and Ms. Bedry for the commitment to education in this effort. And Ms. Bedry, would you like to say a few words?
Thank you so much. Thank you, Madam Chair and County Commissioners, for your support, for your continuing support. As you know, for decades, the Tampa Bay Times Newspaper and Education Program has provided class sets of the daily newspaper to Hillsborough County schools, and that is at no cost to schools, teachers, or families. Teachers use the newspaper as a living textbook. So they teach subjects including English, current events, economics, civics, science, health, and more. Last year, we provided more than 160,000 print newspapers and more than 6 million digital licenses to Hillsborough County classrooms. We also provide original curriculum supplements for teachers of all subjects and grade levels. We are very proud of our partnerships with Hillsborough County Solid Waste, Hillsborough County Public Utilities, Hillsborough County Public Schools, and Hillsborough County Public Library Cooperative, all of whom we work with on a regular basis. Last year, our 2019 publication, The Do's and Don'ts of Recycling in Hillsborough County, was awarded a second place in the National Newspaper Association Better Newspaper Editorial Contest. And in the next 2 months, we will actually be publishing new curriculum supplements with both recycling and public utilities. So keep an eye out. Thank you again for supporting our mission and for recognizing NIE Week 2022.
Excellent. Thank you very, very much for being here.